What's going on, guys? Fuller from Custom Offsets TV on YouTube with Rainey, also from Custom Offsets, the guy that answers all of your social media questions. We've got another episode of this or that. So Keaton went through the comments, pulled out all the questions you asked us from the last one, and now we're going to answer them.
Goliath 6x6 or Pavement Princess?
That's a tough one.
I would take the 6x6.
As much as I love Pavement Princesses, I think a 6x6 would be dope.
They would be pretty sweet. Even like our Barabbas 6x6 would be awesome.
Anything with 6 wheels, I'm in.
Dan Bilzerian,
Yes.
he's got a Barabbas 6x6, and I can get down with that.
So if you have one and you want to bring one to the shop,
Oh yeah, we'd love to drive it around,
Yeah.
take some videos of it, maybe some photos, you know, we can work out a little deal. Come by, come through, fam. Is that what they say?
yeah, pull up.
2020 Tremor or 2020 Raptor?
Okay, so in 2014, the Tremor was a regular cab, short box, EcoBoost street truck. The new Tremor is the 7.3 liter gas
Ooh.
F250 and F350. And then what was the other question? Raptor?
Yeah. The new Raptor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's an easy one. The new Raptor.
You don't like the new Raptor?
Not at all, but I'm going to take it.
Yeah, that's kind of a tough one because I'm a huge fan of the Raptor. Anybody that watches these videos knows I'm a huge fan of the Raptor. But I think that new 7.3 gas motor is probably going to be pretty impressive, and it should sound really awesome. And being in a 3/4 ton chassis would be nice. But it's definitely like they're calling it geared towards off-road. It's for the Super Duty owner who steers towards mud and rocks, is what I read. But it just doesn't like it doesn't seem like it has any of the upgrades like the Fox shocks and stuff that the Raptor does. So I think I would take the Raptor still over this the new Tremor.
Yep, and my answer is the same. The Raptor is cooler. It's the better motor. It's not a 3/4 ton.
Yeah.
Jerry's truck or Bailey's truck?
That's interesting because Jerry's truck is newer, but it's a work truck. Bailey's truck is not a work truck, but it's a little bit older.
And Jerry's has like rubber floors and shift on the floor, 4-wheel drive.
I have to say Jerry's truck because I've always wanted a truck with a vinyl floor compared to carpet. Plus, it's newer.
So, and Jerry has the Vertex coilovers from Rough Country that actually ride pretty good, especially considering how affordable they are. And then right now he's got the Lincolns on there. I liked it better when he had the Archon Crown Series Victories. I thought it looked better. But I think in either way, I would take Jerry's truck. Newer, you know, although it's a double cab and this is a crew cab.
That's fair. But no, I rode in Jerry's truck, and it's actually not too bad.
It's not bad, but you got the small half door versus a full-size door.
Yeah, I'd still choose Jerry's.
Yeah, I'd take Jerry's, yep.
Nitto Trail Grappler or Toyo Open Country MT?
Say the Ridge Grappler?
Trail.
I'd have to go with the Trail Grappler personally. It's just a wider, more squared off tire. The Toyos are not as squared off when you go from the wheel to the tread.
Yeah.
They kind of round out a little bit more, and I like how square Nitto makes theirs. Plus,
I think
they run wide.
the sidewall on the Nittos too, I think looks better than the Toyos, the Open Country MTs.
Yeah.
It's just like a little bit more aggressive. They're essentially sister companies, so it's a very, very similar tire with similar rubber compounds and everything like that. But if I had to pick one over the other, I think I would go with Nitto.
The cool thing with Nittos too is there's an aggressive sidewall and there's a non-aggressive sidewall, and you can choose
so
which
you can
one when
pick.
you check out. You can choose which one you want on the outside.
Yep. And they're made in White, Georgia. Fun fact.
FJ40 or Jeep Wrangler?
Oh, FJ40. That one was easy.
Oh yeah, like I like Wranglers, but FJs are a lot cooler.
Yeah. And to clarify, this is FJ40, so that people don't come in and think FJ Cruiser. Because I know there's going to be a lot of arguments that the FJ Cruiser is not as good as a Wrangler. Really, the major differences underneath them are going to be your Jeep's a straight axle, and the FJ Cruiser is independent front suspension. But I still, throwing it back to the FJ40, there's just something about that classic Toyota grille with the circle headlights. I don't know, it looks sharp. I dig it, and they're very capable even
And I
considering
believe,
how old they
depending
are.
on the year, you can get them with a straight axle front too.
I think so.
And I think their motor's a little bit better as well than
It's
the
Toyota.
Wranglers.
It's super reliable. Everything Toyota makes is really, really reliable.
Yep.
And I know we're probably going to get for that because we said good things about Toyota on the internet, but it's true.
Stretch tires or flat sidewall?
Flat sidewall for me.
Yeah.
Rainey, you have stretch tires though. That's why I'm laughing.
Yeah, and you know my answer. I had stretch tires on all my cars, but like the Cummins has got 14 wides of 305s and they're street tires, and
Yeah.
they don't look bad, but it's definitely not my style.
Granted, it came with those, and you already have new wheels that are en route right now,
Hopefully.
and tires are already here,
Yeah,
and then
and
you
lift
won't have very stretched tires.
Yep.
But right now, yeah, they're kind of rounded. I like a straight up and down look. If you're not gonna go bulged, at least straight up and down.
Overland Tacoma or Pavement Princess Tacoma?
Easy.
Mm-hmm.
Overland.
Same. Overland Tacoma, hands down. They put all of the money and research and development into like building the TRD and TRD Pro packages on there. That when people take them and they, put their 14 wides and go skating all over the place with them, I just think it's kind of a waste to spend all the extra money on like the TRD packages and then do that. So I would take an Overland build. 511 had a really sick Overland Tacoma in the new sand color at SEMA last year, I think it was, maybe 2 years ago. But that was pretty sweet. Rooftop tent, all the recovery tools, your jerry cans, everything. It looks really good.
Yeah, and I watched a lot of Adventure Overland on YouTube. Free plug to them because they have an awesome channel. They take a lot of new Tacomas and 4Runners and stuff, and right out of the box they don't touch much except for upgrading suspension. But you're also adding, 2,000-3,000 pounds to a stock vehicle.
Right.
But like motor and transmission they leave it the way it is, and they go through some pretty wild stuff with as much weight as they do.
We've taken a stock, I think it's 2018 Tacoma with a stick, and it basically has a coilover leveling kit in it from Fox, stock wheels and some Falcon Wild Peaks, and we made it through a ton of stuff this past winter. And they're very capable right out of the box. So even if you don't want to go for a crazy overland build, you can still do some mild overlanding in one out of the box. So that's why I would pick the Overland.
Archon Cleopatra or Archon Alexander?
I love when people keep asking questions for us to debate between our own wheels. So Cleopatra versus Alexander. That's the Alexander. Cleopatra is what Ron has.
But Ron's got the small ones.
Yeah, he does.
If you get the Cleopatras in 24x14, I think they're pretty dope. And I like the open spoke. The ones that Bailey's running I like them. A couple of my buddies have them. They're just too much spoke for my taste.
I actually prefer the Alexanders over the Cleopatras. I like the multi-spoke, kind of twisted look they got going on. Cleopatras are dope because Archon usually throws those guys up on sale every once in a while, so you can check that out. I would take the Alexanders if it was for me and my vehicle. They do look really good on Ron's truck in the smaller sizes as more of like an off-road type setup. So they kind of go both ways, where you can have them for an off-road look, or you can get them in the huge sizes and go for a show build, because they still have a lot of concavity to them and a big lip, and it's still proper directional. So I don't know, they both have good features.
Bonus question. Would you rather a 100% chance of winning $500K or a 50% chance of winning $10 million?
Wow.
Just take the 500K.
And hopefully you can take the 500K, invest it, and make the 10 million. Because if you only have a 50% chance of getting 10 million, I think I'd go with the guaranteed outcome, which sounds lame. It's not really a lot of risk, but
It's a guaranteed reward of some sort with the potential to make more.
yeah. I'll take the 500,000. I'll probably go spend 100 grand of it right away, and then take 400,000, go invest it, and that'll be the risky move to see what happens. If it'll dwindle away to nothing, maybe I'll put it in Bitcoin, since that's been
going up.
It's been going up, and then before it was going down. It was up really high. Now it's back down, which means it's a good time to buy it. We're not giving you financial advice or legal advice. We can't do any of that on the show. That's our disclaimer. But if you want to check out wheels, tires, suspension, we can do that. CustomAllAssist.com. I made that up. I didn't even know that was going to happen. I thought that was pretty smooth, though. Peace.